Good morning, and happy Aloha Friday from the farm. Welcome to another episode of Thinking Outside the Soil, where I get to talk story and touch on topics about hydroponics and the farmers who grow the crops and creatures we need to eat. And I am your host, Seany Alfalfaseed. Thank you for being with us on this beautiful morning. I am considering switching over our organic feed from Nature's over to Scratch and Peck, and I have recently been thinking about how to switch over some of my other customers as well, and it got me thinking about some of those out there that aren't traditional chicken customers or chicken supporters of ours here at Blooming Health Farms. So today I wanted to talk about a study I found in one of Nature magazine's sister publications that is about hydroponic barley and rabbits. I bring up rabbits because I know an author in Alaska that's into fodder, and she raises rabbits. I know she was a bit bummed when I didn't write about rabbits in my book, but I assured her that hydroponic fodder and hydroponic barley was great for her rabbits. And I do know that there are a lot of people out there, small scale farmers particularly, that raise rabbits. And while I know they're not as prominent here in American agriculture, they still do have a role here in our industry. Rabbit farming in the United States mainly involves raising rabbits for meat, fur, and for other laboratory uses. Rabbit meat is really lean and high in protein, which is why there has been a recent rise in the demand for rabbit meat in some areas of the United States. Rabbit is also used to make different types of clothing. Their fur is often used to make other types of articles. And as I mentioned, rabbits are often used in scientific research in laboratories and stuff like that. There are many people out there, and I know from my experience being around 4-H and FFA kids here in Weld County that a lot of people also raise rabbits for show purposes or simply just keep them as pets. But real quick, since I got you here, if you could be so kind as to leave a review and let me know what you've enjoyed so far and why others should stick around as well. I brought up a paper when I began, and that paper is from a research magazine that is called Scientific Reports, and it's a sister magazine of the scientific journal from Nature. The article, now, of course, bear with me, it's from a scientific journal, is called The Effect of Substituting Hydroponic Barley Forage with or Without Enzymes on Performance of Growing Rabbits. That is definitely a mouthful. Effect of substituting hydroponic barley forage with or without enzymes on performance of growing rabbits. It seemed that saying it twice was helpful, and this report comes out of Egypt. And to me, that's not quite surprising because a lot of the research that I have found on hydroponics and using it in the livestock industries has mostly come from foreign countries, foreign being not the United States. Seeing how I live in the United States, I wasn't able to find as much research on hydroponics here as I did in mostly the Middle East and Southeast Asia. The research that is coming from foreign countries does seem to be up to date. So this article was published in January 18th of 2023 in Scientific Reports. So Scientific Reports is an open access journal that publishes original research from all areas of natural science, psychology, medicine, and engineering, which means that we are able to access this information for free. I will leave the link in the comment box below so that you don't have to go out and search or try to listen to what I said and type in the title of the research. So this study evaluated how feeding hydroponic barley to rabbits affects their growth, digestion, and the economic efficiency of the operation from a big picture. So this study specifically looked at how substituting 25% of the rabbits' control diet with hydroponic barley. Now, they substituted a quarter of the rabbit's diet with hydroponic barley, and they did this with 2 treatments. One treatment was with enzymes, and the other treatment was without enzymes. And they wanted to see how well this affected their performance. The Egyptian researchers used 60 rabbits, which they randomly divided into 3 groups. They used one group as the control group. They used another group that had the enzyme treatment, and they had another group that did not have the enzyme treatment. And they did this study for almost 2 months. Their results showed that rabbits fed hydroponic barley with or without enzymes grew a lot better than the control groups. And those rabbits were more efficient in converting the food into body weight. So the researchers saw that these 2 experimental groups were more economically efficient than that control group. So rabbits eating hydroponic barley as 25% of their diet did much better than rabbits eating the typical diet that is recommended for rabbits. Based on these results from the researchers, they concluded that substituting 25% of the rabbit's diet with hydroponic barley, with or without any kind of enzymatic treatment, is going to have positive effects on their growth performance, the ability for them to digest the barley and their regular feed, and it's improving the overall economic efficiency of the feeding regimen. So it's cheaper on your pocketbook to raise rabbits with hydroponic barley as part of their diet. Now, as a hydroponic farmer or as a person who may raise rabbits, these study results provide tremendous insight in how we can improve rabbit farming practices with hydroponic barley, and it leads credence to the other livestock producers out there who are finding success with hydroponic barley. Now, overall, while rabbits are not as important here in the United States as other livestock like cattle or pigs or my favorite chickens, rabbits definitely play a role in our industry and are extremely important to many farmers and a lot of consumers, as well as little kids all over in 4-H, FFA, and other agricultural programs. And that is all I have for us on this Aloha Friday. If you're interested in learning more about how hydroponic fodder is helping farmers save water, improve livestock quality, and helping us all become better stewards, head on over to thinkingoutsidethesoil.com and get yourself a copy of my book so you don't miss out on becoming part of the next agricultural revolution. Join us again tomorrow, and thank you for being with me on another episode of Thinking Outside the Soil. Take care and have a lovely day. Hey, before you go, Check out the links below, and if you'd be so kind as to leave a rating and review and follow the show. For those with feathered friends, don't forget to get yourself some of our Blooming Health Farms Chicken Blend Sprouting Mix. This supplemental mix has been shown to give you some of the best eggs with the yummiest yolks. You'll have happy, healthy hens that abandon the feeder and give you eggs with high levels of vitamin A and omega fatty acids. So don't forget to get yourself some Blooming Health Farms Chicken Blend Sprouting Mix.